my biggest turn on. I was gonna wait for Eddie, but he's taking forever, and I told David I'd be at Rent Scott by 3, so we're gonna take the M5 over because it's maintenance day! Actually, one of the best reasons for doing YouTube is that I can always just keep up with my maintenance because I pretty much record all of it, so if I'm ever curious about when I did something and I didn't write it down, here's a video. Thanks to FCP Euro, I have got fresh oil and a filter ready to go in this car, so let's go get this up on the lift. David, I might be late. There's turkeys in the road. This is the weekend before the Boston Marathon, so there's insane security. There's helicopters flying all over. They go nuts because of that terrorist attack a few years ago. Appreciate the concern. I appreciate the security, but at the same time, like, they closed down all the roads around my house. It's really hard to get in and out of my area, and you just feel like you're on a heat map all the time. So this is not the weekend to be messing around on the roads, boys and girls, because they will catch you. But it is a good weekend to be on Tinder, because just like Head of the Charles, all the top athletes are out for the marathon. So swipe away, boys. This is your day. I suspected that there was a minor leak on this car. Again, we did the valve cover gaskets last year, but I'm seeing oil. So we aren't done with the M5 leaks. I need to be careful. This exhaust is really hot and my face was just really close to it. Lovely! Proper attire for working on E39 M5 always includes gloves. Oh, this is gonna suck. The art of owning an M5 is accepting the fact that anytime you do anything on the car, you're gonna find something else. And it takes a little bit out of you sometimes, but I don't know. It's a good car. It's retained its value. This one has never seen a winter. So it's really virtually rust-free, except for a tiny spot on my hood, which I'll show you later. And when I say tiny, I mean tiny.
That's definitely oil. There's no denying that.
Yeah.
That's for fucking sure.
Well, now we just gotta figure out where it's coming from.
Now, if you remember, last time this happened, cut to that scene at my driveway.
Yeah, but last time that happened, cut to Wild Motorsport replacing the valve cover gaskets. And they were definitely beat. Like, they were leaking.
I know, but you thought that was it.
My theory is that there's been so much oil leaking in this car for the last 4 or 5 years that there's just oil everywhere, and no matter what you fix, you'll always find residual dripping down. But whatever. All right, get out from under the car because I'm gonna lower it a little bit.
Daddy.
What's the capacity of this guy? 13 millimeter. Oh, I need my Blackstone kit. That would have been stupid. I used to always use a strap wrench for this, but this is actually a dope tool. If you look at this, it's like fully formed to fit that head, or any head really. Filter looks good, doesn't look like there's any junk in it, so. One of my favorite YouTubers is Adam LZ, and he just had a big oil leak on his GT350, the Mustang, on track. Pretty dangerous stuff, but what ended up being the oil filter in the bottom, the gasket was like jerked off to the side, and it was just literally pissing oil. You know, everyone has issues with these S62s, but usually it's like sensors and little leaks and stuff, but they don't just explode on you for the most part. S65s, you get more rod bearing issues than these, but you know, every car is a gamble. I mean, look at Nick Murray. He's got a brand new Carrera 4S 991.2, and car has gremlins like you've never seen in your life. There's something to be said about warranties, and there's also something to be said about luck. I've definitely been lucky with the cars that I've bought. Don't want to over torque this. You will very much regret that. The M5 should take about 6.5 liters. You guys might be mad that I'm using 5W30, but get over it. Thought I was hot shit, and I was not gonna have to use a funnel, but not today. Today's not the day I'm a no funnel guy. I appreciate that, you know, this is definitely a 2001 car. It's certainly not new by any standards, but I'm the second owner, so at least I kind of know what's going on with it. And when I see leaks like this, I don't really panic anymore, because as long as it's not like literally pissing oil, we're probably in good shape. You know how doctors mess up when they don't use a checklist and they end up leaving gauze or a tool inside of you? Like, when you do things quickly, that's when you mess things up. So, you know, while you're doing this, good idea to sanity check yourself. Just look under the car, make sure it's not pissing oil out all over the place. Can't tell you how many people I know who've started filling up while they're on the phone, drinking a beer or whatever, and then they look down and their feet is just in a pool of oil because they realize they just dumped it all straight through the pan. And to finish it off, we've got a couple of these little guys, so I want to not be a funnel guy, but I'm a funnel guy. And unlike the S65, we have this beautiful dipstick that I can actually check the level. Dipstick's showing me that we're good, but that's before it's filled up that filter cartridge and gone through some of the other channels of the motor. So you're gonna wanna start it up, let it build pressure, put it everywhere, check it again, add a little bit. You're good to go. But let's get back onto the car because now I want to know where this friggin' leak is coming from. But more than likely, this is going to Wild Motorsport for a full down shakedown. Started up nice, no sucking sound trying to build oil pressure, so that's always a good sign. Let it build, make sure we don't have any issues. Actually, I might want to get under it while it's running. Is that a bad idea? I don't really give a shit, but I want to know I can see the leak. Do you think we'd be able to see the leak if
That's what I was about to say.
All right, let's lift it. But let's see. It really looks clean everywhere, except for like right here. So maybe it is a rear main seal. I don't know. To me, it's feeling rear main seal just because of where it must be coming from, but. The rear main...
my hypothesis from, what was that, 2 years ago?
Yeah, but I just replaced that rear main seal.
Maybe it didn't seat properly.
Yeah.
Or that 165 mile an hour run unsettled it.
Bomp, bomp.
Well, if that's so, it would make sense too, because it's probably like a tiny misalignment, and at full throttle and hard loads, which is what this car does, it starts spurting it out.
It is most definitely the rear main seal. You can see right there. Starting to leak. When we go like this, we'll wipe that away. Come back. It's not a ton, but it's not great. See? Yeah, I know. Well, this sucks. I had done the rear main seal, like, it was 6 years ago, but it was only about, like, it was less than 20,000 miles ago, so that's a little bit annoying. So, gotta call Jake, see what we can do about this. And then there's the question of, like, this is pretty much a brand new clutch, so do I replace the clutch again while we're in there? Like, I mean, it's probably gonna need a cooling system. Like, this is about the time when there's a lot of stuff that we're gonna do to this car, but when you get a job like a rear main seal, it starts to make you feel like you're driving like an engine out service Ferrari, because that's just not fun. You know, it's $1,000, so it's not the end of the world. It's not 10 grand, but it's still, you know, a $20 piece of rubber that takes 8 hours to get to. Now, we're gonna head off to the rock gym and try to climb out our frustrations. Well, I gotta go. Cop! All right, let's go. Left hand, nice.
So far.
There you go. You get your footing. Nice, beautiful, Tom. You got it. Oh my God, it's gorgeous. Ooh. Thank you so much for watching, liking, commenting, and subscribing. Looks like I'm back off to Wild Motorsport to fix a rear main seal on the M5 again. But you know what? It's cheaper than paying taxes on a new car. Respect the drive, and I'll see you in the next one. Here's something I always thought was cool about the M5. Look at the gap. You could jump this thing pretty high and it'll still keep a footprint on the ground. Watch as I lower it. Look at that. crazy.